Hey, you down there! Hey, find a way up to the building's roof! I'll lower the crane for you!
Yes, finally, Metro Exodus. I've been dying to play this game. It's fairly new, maybe a year old or so. This is the third chapter of the Metro series. I made a video of both the first and the second. This one is different. It's still Deep Silver. It's still fun to play, but much more open world. Oh yeah, and zombies. Well, that's my first complaint right there. Zombies. Yeah. They're going for a little more of the Fallout feel, I think. I don't recall zombies in the other two. And again, the world is much more open. Not quite like Fallout, but there are small, large segments like the Outer Worlds. Not quite as on rails as the second and first game were, which were more like, I would say, like Deus Ex, kind of, where you had a level, it was large, you could go multiple directions and do different things to beat that level, but it was still just a singular level. This is an open area that is a limited space, but there's many different buildings and facilities to explore, which is enjoyable, but at the same time, I miss the feel of the first two. They really changed it up, and I would say sometimes for the better, sometimes for the much worse. There's a lot of overkill in this game, a lot of little things that were not featured in the other games, such as gun deterioration. You shoot, I don't know, 15 to 20 bullets in this game, and you gotta go clean your gun, which is fine if you're not stuck in some building somewhere halfway through it. It happens a lot, and they allow you to carry 3 different weapons, which is nice, but at the same time, 5 minutes into exploring some facility, and you're down 1 gun. It just jams. It's useless. And now let's talk about, it's not the menu system, but there's too many things going on in this game. You look at the bottom here. You see the binoculars and the lighter and the bag on the left, or on the right, excuse me, and then on the left you see the health and the air and your flashlight and your radiation meter, and then that's me pressing buttons. I don't know what I'm doing. I put on my gas mask, I turned on the lighter, now I'm looking at the binoculars. All I'm trying to do is find the map. That's literally what I'm doing right now. Okay, now I've pressed another button and opened my backpack where you can craft stuff. Again, very detailed, lots of stuff added here, but look, again, just trying to find the map here. I've opened the backpack again. I'm going through it. Oh, you can add stuff to your guns. That's cool. You can make different weapons and chemicals in there. That's awesome. It makes it easier. You don't always have to find a crafting station. Finally I found the map with the right button I pressed. Now I just want to look on the back of it, there we go, and see what the mission is. Oh wow, it's really detailed. No, it's not. Okay, now how do I close this thing? There we go. And I almost got killed doing that. Okay, here's another little moment. I'm about, I would say, 2 or 3 hours into the game at this point, and I'm still trying to figure out how this third gun works. I'm just trying to pump it. It's an air gun. You have to pump it. Yeah, and I'm just trying to figure out how to do that, and I'm throwing Molotov cocktails. I'm reloading the gun. Too many buttons, people. Too many buttons. You added too many things to this game. Now I'm firing. I'm wasting bullets. Oh, God. Okay, and you can hear my frustration here. Okay, see this? I'm just trying to pump my gun. I just want to pump my gun. But no. No, what's the button to do that? I gotta look it up. I literally gotta look it up. Oh, there it is. See? Finally, they give me instruction. That's all you gotta do? Really?
Why do they make everything so complicated here? Stupid.
And if you hop on Google and type in Metro Exodus, some of the first searches you get are Metro Exodus, how do I switch to my third gun? Metro Exodus, how do I take off my mask? Metro Exodus, how do I clean my gun? Yeah, and I had to look up a few things. I can't remember exactly what they were, but I had to do that, and you should not have to look this stuff up. How about a tutorial? How about a friendly reminder? Like, we saw a reminder there finally about pumping the gun, but that took minutes. And I don't even know how I got it or how it appeared, and it has not done that for anything else in the game. So there you go. Okay, shooting. Let's talk about shooting. Let's move on. Shooting does get fun. And the feel is great. When you're shooting your gun, the controller rattles and you're doing a lot of damage. However, at the beginning of the game, shooting sucks. Until you level up your guns and get the right gear on your guns, shooting is horrible. Your sway is terrible. You can't even pinpoint a head. You can't get a head shot off. However, about I'd say 5 to 6 hours into the game, shooting does finally get real fun. Now, difficulty level is ridiculous. I went from normal to easy to reader, and this is me playing the game at reader level, and I'm out of bullets. I'm surrounded by monsters. Yeah, there you go. And now I'm in the water. Yeah, let's talk about the water now. The water surrounds everything, and it's not like the other games where sometimes you can get to the other side. No, you go into the water, and you get booted right back to where you are. The nonsensical environmental obstacle is a cliche that has to die. It has to die. In this game, I can't go through the water. I can't swim. There were parts in Skyrim and a bunch of the Elder Scrolls games where you couldn't climb up a mountain that looked very climbable. You couldn't just use your hands. That stuff has to die. I know there are certain things... Wow, and I just died right there. Yeah, easy. Set on reader. Reader. Anyway, they gotta get rid of that stuff. Here we go. Loading time. 1, 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1004. Loading times, especially when you start the game, at the beginning when you load it up for the first time, not for the first time, but every time you load it up from playing another game, going from the PlayStation screen to starting the game, I would say it's a solid 2 to 3 minutes of sitting there and waiting. And look at how long I've been talking now. This is in-game. I just died, and I'm sitting here this long. And it makes this game so painful, because there are these stealth missions where you have to sneak past 30 guards and do all this stuff. And you have to wait this long to try it again? Ugh. Now, saving in this game is a terrible pain. You get 1 manual save slot and 3 autosaves. That's it. And because of 1 mistake I had made 5 hours prior in the game, I could not save a character that is vital for a trophy. Yeah, that's him. Right there. Yeah, as he's dying. Could not save him because of 1 simple mistake, and they don't give you any clue about that. And I did everything else right. I did everything to please this faction, and they ended up opening fire on him anyway. So, if you're trophy hunting, good luck. I mean, to get this, I'm going to have to play the whole game over again and figure out what 1 little thing I did wrong. I don't even remember what it was. Okay? I don't! Alright. I promise I will stop complaining at some point here. But before I do, voice acting.
And life there sucked. We were kept there with chains. No, even worse, with lies. And now we are looking for a new home. But here, it's someone else's home, and we are not invited.
Yeah, voice acting. There you go. Now, the first 2 games are guilty of this as well. There's some terrible Russian accents, but in this game, some of the people, they almost sound like they're doing a sarcastic Russian accent or something. I just don't get it. It's very stilted, and it kind of takes you out of the game. And one last thing, I promise, and that is the story. The story, and major spoilers here, I'm about to tell you, Artyom should not be a character in this game because he's dead. Yeah, he died at the end of the last game. He died. He was the hero. They praised him. He sacrificed himself. His wife went on and had a son, I think, had a child. After he was long dead, they show that at the very end of the game. So what the hell is happening here? I don't understand. As soon as I turned on this game and he was the character and there was no child and they didn't explain anything, I almost turned it off. But I haven't played the whole game yet, so maybe there's some upcoming twist? God, I hope so. Otherwise, this is just laziness. Laziness. I stand by that. Now, despite all my many complaints, it really is a beautiful game to look at. The environment is amazing. It is immersive. It really is. And Deep Silver did a phenomenal job. Keep it up, guys. I just think that they bit off a little more than they could chew. They flexed their muscles a bit and kind of strained them. I relate it to Kingdom Come Deliverance, where there's just a little too much going on. They added a little too much to it, and it's frustrating for the player. Now, mind you, I am going to keep playing this game, and I am going to beat it. So there may be another video in the works. We shall see how that turns out. But people are raving about this game, and I don't understand why. My only guess is that they did not play the first two. That must be it. But I am going to keep playing it, despite its painfulness. It's like a D+, I guess, if I were to give it a rating. It's like popcorn with a lot of seeds in it. It's tasty, but it hurts. There you go. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Good night for now. Torque points! Scary.
Are you up for a jam? Whoa, you're so funny! Jackass.
And life there sucked.